Hey our friends, today we're going to draw Stitch popping out of a pumpkin.
Here's a quick preview of what our drawings look like at the very end. We want to show our friends the inside, but let's keep it a surprise. Don't show them.
Yeah, this one was really fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We hope you're excited to follow along with us. You ready to start?
Yeah.
First, let's fold our paper. We'll take the top edge, line it up with the bottom edge. And when you get the corners all lined up, sometimes it takes a minute.
Yeah.
Then crease it down the middle and then out to the sides. Then let's take the top flap and line that up with the top edge and fold that one down. Then we'll flip our paper over and repeat that. We're going to take the top flap, line it up with the top edge, and crease it down. This is just a guide fold, so unfold it and flatten it out and then flip it back over. And I like drawing on it when it opens from the top, because when we're pulling the lines down, it doesn't get caught on the fold.
Yeah.
It's a little easier to draw. We also have a scratch piece of paper we'll put under our drawing paper to protect our table. If you're drawing with something else, you probably don't need it, but we're using markers. Let's first draw our pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern. So we're going to draw the top above the fold, but most of the pumpkin below. So kind of like when you cut out a jack-o'-lantern, you cut the top so that you can scoop all this stuff out.
Yeah.
We're going to do the same thing. We're going to start really close or pretty close to the fold. I'm going to start in the middle, and then I'm going to draw a big round pumpkin. And you want to come pretty far over to the sides so that we have room for our stitch inside. Yes, then let's draw the stem. We'll draw two curves coming out and up to the right, and then we can connect them. So I drew the one on the right a little smaller. Yes, okay, now let's give our pumpkin a jack-o'-lantern face, and we could also kind of draw a stitch face. So first, let's draw a letter V at the bottom. I kind of was going for the whole thing. But you could draw a letter V, and then on the top, kind of curve around and draw this upside down raindrop shape. Yes. Okay, now on this side, we're going to draw a diagonal line. And well, we could also draw a diagonal line here too. Then let's draw almost like we're drawing a circle. It's like a half circle. This is for the pupils on the inside. And then or not the pupils, the highlight for our stitch eye. Then we're going to curve around like this and then in. And it looks like a sideways raindrop.
Yeah, it does.
And then we'll curve around and match on the other side.
That's cool.
Doesn't it look like a stitch?
Yeah.
Stitch face? Mm-hmm. You could draw a mouth and also some teeth, but we'll leave that off. Let's color this in. This part we'll fast forward, but we're just going to color it in solid black with our marker. But you can pause the video and take time to color in your eyes too. There's our little stitch pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern. Let's open up our paper and flatten out the folds so it's easier to draw on. Now we can extend the bottom past the fold. So we'll just draw it up a little higher than the fold. And then up here we can also extend this down below the fold. And then let's connect here. And we want to make sure that everything we're drawing now is above this bottom fold and below the top fold. That way when it's folded up, it's all hidden. So this part we want to make sure is below the fold when we draw it across.
No, it looks like we just cut it off.
Yeah, there's the top of the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's draw a stitch. And we're going to draw them really big right here in the middle of our paper. And we're going to draw a big circle first. So we're going to try to keep it pretty simple. We're going to draw a circle. And I'm drawing it right in the middle. Whoop, got a little bumpy. That's okay. The most important thing is?
Have fun.
Yeah, and to?
Practice.
Practice, yeah. Don't worry about making your drawings look exactly like ours. Both of our drawings don't look exactly the same, but they're both turning out awesome.
Yeah.
Especially love your little pumpkin face.
Thanks, I like yours too.
Thanks. All right, now let's draw Stitch's face. So we're going to draw this same kind of nose right here. We're going to draw it in the middle of our paper. We're going to draw it right, or middle of the circle. So we're going to draw the big V. This is fun because we get to practice.
Yeah.
And then we're going to draw curving around for the top of the nose. Next, we're going to draw the eyes. We're going to do basically the same thing, but let's keep it simple or simpler than what we drew down here. So we're going to draw that same, we could do the same thing that we did down here, except we're not going to draw this. We're going to just keep going and turn it into a raindrop shape for his eyes. And then we're going to do the same thing, raindrop shape.
He already kind of looks like him.
Yeah, and then we'll add, see this little thing? We're gonna just draw a little, this is the highlight inside his eyes. We can draw that same little detail, but it's just an oval inside. Now let's fast forward again. We'll color in his eyes. Now let's draw Stitch's mouth. We'll first draw it almost like he's sad or frowning. We're gonna draw it, but don't go all the way to the sides. We're gonna leave space on the sides. And then to make him more happy, we're gonna curve it up right here at the end. And we're getting pretty close. We wanna be close to the outside circle. And then we're gonna draw the bottom of his mouth coming down and connecting over to the other side. Then we're gonna draw his teeth. We'll draw a letter V and another letter V. And then we could draw upside down letter V's for the teeth on the bottom. And then let's draw a tongue. We can kind of squeeze it in, and I'm drawing it behind the teeth. Almost looks like two bumps, like the top of a heart.
Oh yeah.
If you have room, you could add two more teeth. I'm gonna draw two little ones in the middle, on the top, and also the bottom. Oh, and then we could also add some hair at the top. I'm gonna draw little zigzags. And also eyebrows. We're gonna draw a little curve over each eye. It doesn't really look like Stitch. What are we missing?
His ears.
Yeah, it's big giant ears. Let's draw big upside down raindrops that are coming out of the side of his head. So we'll start here. We're gonna draw it curving up an big S curve coming up to the top. We could do that same curve over here. So curve one way and then curve the other way. And then over here, we're gonna draw it coming down just a little. And then we're gonna draw a little notch in his ear. It looks like a tear.
Yeah.
And then we'll draw it curving down and then into where we started. Yes, okay, now on this side, we're gonna do the same shape, except right down here at the bottom, we're gonna add the tear. And then we'll do the same, connect it in. See how it looks like a big upside down raindrop?
Yeah.
Next, let's draw the rest of the ear. We're gonna draw this little curve and then also another little curve here. And then we can repeat that same. This makes the ear look thicker or bigger into the ear or into the head. Yeah. Now let's draw his arms and his body going into the pumpkin. So we'll start on his shoulder. We're gonna draw it curving out on both sides. And then we're gonna draw the other side of the arm curving down and then stopping at his armpit. And we'll do the same thing over here. And then we can draw it curving into the pumpkin for his body. Okay, now for his fingers, we're gonna draw a little upside down letter U on both sides. That's for the thumb sticking up.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna draw 3 more letter U's on their side, 1, 2, and then 3. And then this one goes into the wrist. And then we'll repeat that same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, and then into the wrist. But he has his little claws. So let's draw a little curve for the claw. And then we can draw these curves or claws coming up. This one's pointing out to the side, and then these point up. And then let's do the same thing over here. This one points out this way, and then the claws pointing up on the other fingers. Then right here on his belly, underneath his chin, we're gonna draw 3 zigzags for the little fur. Oh, and one last thing, we could add little cheek lines. Oh, one more thing. We gotta add the little wrinkles over his nose.
Oh, yeah.
We did it. We finished drawing Stitch in a pumpkin,
Yeah.
except we still need to
Color him.
Yeah, this part will fast forward, but you can pause the video and take time to color your drawings. You ready to speed things up?
Yeah.
Also, we did it! We finished coloring our pumpkins, our Stitch pumpkins, and they turned out awesome. Also like that we added little bats.
Yeah.
Our friends, you guys could add whatever you want to your drawing. You could add way more decorations. Maybe a full moon and more pumpkins down here would be really
Yeah,
cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, let's show our friends the inside.
'Kay.
Let's count down from 3,
3,
2,
1.
1.
Happy Halloween.
Now you guys can pause the video to match our same coloring. You can also add more things to the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, you could change it up. It doesn't have to be candy.
Yeah, we added candy because Stitch likes candy.
Yeah.
But you could add more pumpkins and more bats. Now, we used 2 blues for Stitch. We used a darker blue or medium blue for his body, and then also a light blue around his eyes. We just matched the same shape. It looks like a raindrop.
Yeah.
And then we added a little blue on his chin and his belly.
Also, a really dark blue for his nose.
Yeah, and pink for his ears, tongue, and a dark red for the back of his mouth.
We hope you had a lot of fun drawing a Halloween Stitch with us.
We do. We hope you had a lot of fun and adding more things to the inside and coloring your drawings.
Yeah.
And we'll see you later, our friends. Goodbye.